human beings think before we take some actions? Do we think, or we just imitate most of the time? Have you ever questioned yourself before to buy a product? Do I really need it? It will be useful? Cars, for example. I think like in Spain, maybe like 50, 60 years that we have plenty of cars. My grandparents, they bought one and they keep it for 20 years. But now people, they bought one per member of the family and they change it every 2-3 years. And I don't think we need a car to go around Barcelona. But people will say, yes, Guim, we need it for our social status. And I'll say, well, okay, thanks. But thanks to them, there's so many cars, so many highways, so many car park spaces. People will say, oh, there's not enough space to park. It's not a space problem, it's that we have too many cars. Don't you think that we went too far in 50 or 60 years? Why we don't need to go at 220 kilometers per hour when we cannot go faster than 120? Or from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5 seconds. It's like, wow. Then, to 120? Right now they have city cars, which are very, very small cars, only for one person and no space to put anything, like a bicycle. And a few weeks ago in El País, they published an article that says that 65% of the Spanish commercial debt on the first month of this year is due to petrol imports, a total amount of 10,500 billion euros. Has anyone considered that cars, motorbikes, trucks are an important cause of this debt? But no worries, life is wonderful because people love petrol, people love the smell. Petrol become like a football team. People know now it's a good season, it's a bad season, people even know the price of a barrel, which I think is crazy. But no one has ever thought that to fill the tank is like to squeeze an orange or a chicken. Petrol is planet Earth blood, and filling your tank every day, you're just squeezing and squeezing planet Earth. As far as I know, there's no way that planet Earth will get sooner to transfusion. But planet Earth is absolutely gorgeous. There's Lamborghini, there's Halong Bay, Iguazu, New Zealand, but there's also earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis that are tragic, dangerous, and very, very expensive. To reduce CO2 emissions is very, very important, but it is also to stop squeezing the planet Earth. And all these thoughts, I got it since I started my electric bicycle world tour 2 years ago, or more than 2 years ago. I was working on living in Beijing, and one day I decided to promote electric vehicles for environmental reasons. I didn't pretend to change the world or something like that, just to open people's eyes. Because I think commute by petrol is nowadays absolutely out of fashion. And when I landed in Beijing for the first time, I was completely shocked. I found millions of people commuting by electric bicycles, by bicycles, with no emissions, on silence, and I was completely fascinated. That was a long time ago, and now Beijing is full of cars. But well, they are humans, so they imitate, and they do the same mistakes than us. But there's a difference in Asia, that they keep considering bicycles as a means of transport. Bicycles are an amazing and efficient means of transport that you can even do sport if you want. But essentially, they are a means of transport. And if you put a motor on them, they become absolutely brilliant. When I started 22,000 kilometers far away from here, I was a bit naive and I was focused mainly on environment. But soon I realized that eco-friendly thing will never really work. Environment is definitely not on people's top 10 priorities, not even on the 50s. And I had to find something more attractive, the electric smile. Traveling around the world, I discovered that everyone who jumped on my bicycle, the first reaction that they got, it was an amazing smile. People were like, whoa, wow, this is beautiful, it's fantastic, like amazing, fella, this is gorgeous. And I discovered electric bicycles makes people happy. So the first day, the second day, and for the rest of their life. Have you ever seen any other product that to whoever you give it, the first question is how much it costs, where can I get one tomorrow? I haven't. And electric bicycles are for everybody, for old people, for young people, for me, for you, for anyone, for rich or poor. And if you get one, you'll get an electric smile, I promise you. And they will never substitute push bikes. They are complementary. They allow you to carry much more weight. You don't sweat. You can always switch it on, switch it off, and do as much exercise as you want. No license, no insurance, no Teruel, nothing. Just plug and play. And all these things, it makes you happy. because when you switch it on, it makes you feel like Superman. And there's many electric bicycles on the market. There's pre-made ones, like the one I was using. But for me, the electric smart revolution starts with the conversion kits. Anyone can convert their old bike into an electric bicycle, so you can have an electric bicycle tomorrow. And I think the electric conversion kits are really the key of the thing. And this is Athens. In Athens, every Friday night, there's between 3,000 and 5,000 people cycling around the city. And no organization, no leaders, no nothing, just people. And you'll never see this on TV because it's not in Town Square, they don't fight. But this is the real revolution, people commuting in the cities by cycling, by bicycles or electric bicycles. As Gandhi, he said once, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And that's exactly what I think. You can be saying something about the environment that something has to be done, and then commute by car when it's not extremely necessary. Or you cannot complain about the markets when you have an iPhone, you have a MacBook Pro, and then you buy an iPad. You don't really need the iPad. But, well, very, very soon they will start bombing you with electric cars, and they will make you feel guilty for using a petrol car. But don't buy it. Just keep with your petrol one until it dies. Get an electric bicycle for short commutings, and then get an electric car when it will be necessary. Electric is mild, just bring me many things. I cross many countries. I get married when I cross Vietnam with my wife, Joanne. But the most important thing is that I learned to love petrol. I love petrol nowadays, but I love it when we keep it inside the planet Earth. Thanks a lot.